Hi, I'm Rob from HopZine. Thanks for joining me for another video beer review. This time we're looking at 3 beers from one of my favourite German breweries, and the brewery in question is Rothaus in Germany, kind of near Freiburg, in the Black Forest. So we've got 3 beers. So we've got the Pils, the Marzen, and finally the Hefe Weizen. So this brewery goes back a long time, kind of like their origins in a monastic brewery. I guess you'd call it a cloister brewery in Germany. But these being, especially that, been a very much a core beer for them, as is that. This one was only introduced in 2009, which is incredible, isn't it? I mean, it's only been going for how long now? Like 14 years. That's crazy. You expect all beer from Germany to be been around for like 150 years, don't you? But I'm a big fan of all these beers, and I've been meaning to do this video before. I've bought these beers multiple times with the intention of doing this little video of all 3 of them. And do you know what usually happens? You usually just drink them and don't do a video. So I'm sticking to my guns this time. I'm going to review all of them. So let's pop these down here. Go on to the Pils first, which is their kind of iconic beer. They do it in a smaller bottle. I think it's called Zapfel. But that's all down to it's just the size of the bottle. They do it in a 330, I think, or 355, something like that. Same beer, but I think it's mainly because of the kind nearby. It looks like from videos I've watched there is these pine trees, and they've got these like hanging cones. You'll see them on the labels if you've seen the green bottles. And I think it reminds the locals of the brewery of those trees. So right, what we got here then? So absolutely pin bright. I mean, very pale golden beer. Decent carbonation. It's what you'd expect from a quality German Pilsner. The head quite a frothy top. I've poured it with a good amount of head. So swirl sniff. Let's check out the aroma. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah. It's a combination. It's not DMS. It's definitely heading towards something that is slightly cream corn, but maybe it's more like unleavened bread. There's a kind of hint of kind of lemon drizzle cake, grassy component in there, I guess. Trying not to be the most predictable, oh, it's crisp and this and that about lager. Probably are going to use all those things. But it has a certain, that unleavened bread. Something slightly herbaceous, like flat leaf parsley. A lovely balanced beer. Anyway, I'm absolutely spitting feathers. Let's dive in. Cheers. So this is 5.1. Oh yeah, I said I love my my Bavarian beers. I love my Augustiner, stuff like that. But outside of the likes of Tegernsee and Augustiner, these are one of my favourites. Yeah, it's lovely. It just hits all the marks perfectly, doesn't it? It's got a good bite of bitterness. It's a little bit kind of like licking dried lemon peel. So nice, get that carbonic bite, even though the carbonation isn't that rampant, as it shouldn't be on a good German beer. Shouldn't be gassy, shouldn't be hard work. Yeah, lemon, lime, certain level of minerality. I've actually got a little documentary about the brewery in my eye. I keep distracting myself with it. So I was really aware that I've got a reflection in this. I'm covering up my bins, really pretty much recycle bin in my bin, trying to cover it up with this poster, and I can see this reflection. I thought, oh, that'd be a nice little Easter egg for nobody who actually cares. But I'm really distracting myself. So I'm like, oh, I really want to learn this about Rothaus. Oh, they're doing something in the lab about beer, and it's got a bottle of Beck's or something crap like that as well. But no, that's lovely. It's got amazing drinkability. It has got good enough character and enough bite to keep you really interested and coming back for more. I can only imagine how great this is on draft. I mean, a lovely keg pour of this. I did plan to go to the brewery. Well, go to Freiburg breweries. I think James. I watched James Rampant Lion, a really old video of him, looking 10 years old. 10 years old. It's 10 years ago he did this video, and he was a very young man at the time, but and yeah, and he was kind of like saying, I think it's about 55 kilometers away, so it's not. It is a bit of a distance out of. I mean, Freiburg is the most local major city. I think it's the city to the brewery, and they do have a bar there. I mean, and Freiburg looks beautiful, and I will go one day. I really want to go there. I mean, as far as places in Germany, that it's definitely up there. Personally, where the one place I want to go, I'd love to go to Tegernsee, the lake. I think it looks beautiful. Love Bavaria. My old friend Dan, he used to always he's from Freiburg, and he always say he was always a bit anti-Bavarian. He said they're very strange people, but he was very pro the Black Forest. And he's one of the people I've always thought, oh, well, Dan always could come in. I'd be like, oh, I fucking love Augustine, I love Tegernsee. And he'd be like, no. He won't interest in anything if you want Rothaus. But it is a beautiful beer and a very popular beer from all accounts. But yeah, flavoursome, crisp, but not too gassy or anything like that. That's beautiful. So that is the Pils. 5.1. So let's move on to the next one. This is my drinking for the rest of the evening. Next up, we've got the Marzen. Traditionally, the beer that was drunk at Oktoberfest, I guess you'd say. A beer. I don't know when is it. Is it brewed in like March, something like that? May, to be consumed later in the year, and so often a little bit darker than Pils. I mean, if you look at something like Eyinger, their Festmarzen, really quite dark. So I said I've planned this video a few times and never actually got around to it. But so I'm going to be interested in revisiting all these. Oh, but a little bit. I'd say a little bit more. Yeah. A little bit more golden, a little more pronounced, slightly more bronzish, but very, very pale. Look, even more bright than this. It looks like. Look at that. I mean, even more bright. The head, once again, pure white, quite frothy. Not a tight head. Quite a frothy, rocky top. So, swirl and sniff. Let's check out the aroma. This is 5.6. Why am I forgetting ABVs all the time on these ones? Aroma. Softer, sweeter. Not as much bite. Definitely getting a hint of like brandy snap. If you're from the 1980s, you'll be very aware of that. Yeah, once again, that kind of certain level of minerality. They're doing a taste test on the video now, and we're definitely watching that. Why am I distracting myself from my own kick-ass video? One of my favourite breweries, favourite German breweries. Maybe something that's heading towards apricot, like dried apricot. Quite very subtle. I said once again, it's wanting you to dive in. It's wanting you to drink pints and pints. Well, litres of this. Anyway, let's dive in. The Marzen. Cheers. Lovely. Yeah. Sweeter, but not, once again, not too sweet. This time, yeah, it's got that kind of like crystallized ginger to a certain degree. Yeah, it's taking away the bite that you get on the Pils. Whatever. Go back to the Pils actually for a second. Yeah, it's got a pronounced bite. This, softer. It's funny, isn't it? This is a lot more approachable. I bet that outsells this like 4-1 or something, if not more. Because that's softer. It's got a little bit more sweetness. Excuse me. Good carbonation. A lot more approachable, if you ask me. As far as medicine goes, I think it's quite a light one. It's not going too sweet. Heading heading towards a Helles in a lot of ways. So the softness, so that pillowy quality to it. Once again, another winner from Rothaus. Yes, that is the Marzen at 5.6% ABV. Lovely stuff. Just going to pop the caps back on them because I'm going to. So these are my supping for the rest of the night. Can't drink them all in one go, can you? There we go. So last up, the new kid on the block. So I'm in 2024. This was released for its first time in 2009. Amazing. You'd expect this beer to be around for like 150 years, as I said earlier. This is the Hefe Weizen, and this is 5.4. So the mid range of the ABVs. Let's get this open into a glass and see what we've got. We're going to pour all of this because it is a Hefe Weizen after all. Going to Willy Betcher on those ones, and then we're going full on Weiss beer glass on this one. Now my mate Simon would approve of correct. Simon's never that strict on his glassware, but he always is on his Hefe Weizens. He always pulls out his a Paulana glass he uses. So, talk amongst yourselves while I delicately pour this. I want to pour all of it in, and have a lovely looking glasses Hefe Weizen. Don't have to do the roll or anything. I don't think it's a mega murky soupy one. I don't think they're not that kind of brewery in a lot of ways. So look at that, an absolute beauty of a beer. Good level of haze. I'm going to go haze for days on the opacity of the beer. It's bottom of the glass looks lighter, like peach juice. Gets darker, slightly more bronze towards the top. The head, lovely. Now, lovely, creamy, dense, packed in head. Obviously, the wheat, isn't it? Creating beautiful head quality. Look at that. It looks an absolute business, doesn't it? Hefe Weizen, one of the beer styles, pretty much the number one beer that has got me into beer, and here 14 years later on YouTube. Aroma. It's definitely on the unripened banana side of things for me. Yeah, I'm going side of the little mini table on this because I've got my full glass, haven't I? Not I'll be like all the time. Yeah, definitely on the unripened banana. Once again, certain levels of kind of sweetened ginger. Yeah, cloves is in there, but it's not too prominent. I sometimes think clove can be a little bit aggressive in a Hefe Weizen. Some of them, but this is a nice light one. Certain, once again, that minerality that's coming from the water, no doubt, and the yeast that they're using in these beers. Smells great though. Once again, I love drinking draft beer in Germany. It's a real treat. It's a true kind of like beer experience, as on par with the likes of having great cask ale in the UK. It's so unique. I know it's not unique. I mean, kind of keg beer and stuff, but well-made German lager and Hefe Weizens and stuff on draft in Germany. Oh, all day long. It's a great thing to do. Yeah. My mate used to always say peaches and cream for Hefe Weizen, and I do get a little bit of that. Anyway, let's dive in. Cheers, enough waffling. Flavour is it's lovely. Yeah, that's really nice. Once again, I'd say lighter, less aggressive on the banana and clove than a lot of them, but it's definitely there, but not as aggressive as a lot of them. Something a little bit more spritzy. It is a little, so I've got a little black fly. A little heading towards what you're expecting a Radler in a lot of ways, oddly. certain characteristics take me towards a good Radler. The kind of like a peach and orange Radler. Very slight pink grapefruit with sugar on top. Yeah, peach Danish, creme patissier, but peach and cream. Absolutely with this. Doesn't hit you over the head with the banana and the clove. The aroma has a good amount of it, but as far as easy drinking Hefe Weizen, that's an absolute stormer. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of people, the kind of people. My partner Becky, she's not a big fan of Hefe Weizen. I think it's that banana clove thing. I think I'm going to get another of these and force her to drink one as well, because I think she will be surprised how palatable it is to people who aren't too hot on that kind of like aspect of Hefe Weizen. So there we go. Finally, the Hefe Weizen from Rothaus. So there we go. All three. Put that on just for the consistency of the visual, because the bottle's empty. The Pils, the Marzen, the Hefe Weizen, all three quality beers from a fantastic German brewery. And I know it's new kid on the block, relatively, and it's the one that is different to them. But I do love a Hefe Weizen, so I'm going to cheers you farewell with another swig of this beautiful, drinkable Hefe Weizen. I'm Rob from HopZine, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.